Yo, shake that head. Oh,
I'm dancing, but you can't see me because I'm John Cena.
Well, he drops in the car, but welcome everybody to season 2, episode 12 of Better Than Broadway. We are early doing our WrestleMania preview with two of our favorite guests, Steve Hollywood Waits and Leo.
What's up?
Leo Ace.
What's going on? What's up, guys? How are you?
Welcome back, guys.
Chef 1, Chef 2.
Can y'all hear me?
Oh yeah.
There
Steve,
we go. Okay.
You don't need to lean into the microphone. You got a good enough voice, man. You just got to lay it on us. So I have AEW on in front of me right now, and I'm watching Kenny Omega defend the IWGP US title versus Jeff Cobb, an ex-Olympic wrestler, right?
Yep.
A former Olympian.
That's right.
No one's an ex-Olympian. They're always former Olympians.
Yep. Olympians are Olympians.
Yep. Yeah. Can't take that away from him. Period. Ever. And yeah, guys. So Steven, Steve, what's going on with you? How's life been?
Life is good, just 2023 has been pretty good. It's been eventful to say the least, but it's been fun.
Right on.
How's everything with you?
We're living the dream, man. I'm working on my stuff. I started doing jiu-jitsu, started getting my ass kicked again, and I will say this: teaching kickboxing, teaching martial arts, all that stuff, being the instructor, like everyone looks for you for the answers. And you got to have those answers. And it's so nice being a student again. Like,
Rob is frozen.
Rob is in the car.
Hey, let me tell you.
From the Volvo.
I seen Rob's face, and I thought that was Rob.
From the Thunder Tank.
Oh, that is the best screenshot that you put of him up
right
there. That is amazing.
Rob is ventriloquisting this whole thing. He's just holding that pose and just talking out of the side of his lips.
He's really there. And for some reason, it looks like it's like 11 a.m. at where he's at now, which is really cool. So, if you're not watching the video, if you're doing the audio only version of what's up, guys, what's going on? Hey, I wanted to hop on here real quick. It's been a ridiculous day, and I was super late to get all the kids, so I apologize with all this. I want to come on and talk to you guys for a bit. I'm currently burning burgers and brats right downstairs. Trying to get my kids in the bath and in bed and all that kind of stuff. If I don't know if any of you guys have kids or not, but if you do, you probably understand. What did I miss?
Just the intro. I was just about to ask Leo what's been up with him. Apparently, us doing this WrestleMania card is what is officially bringing him back to wrestling.
WrestleMania,
yeah.
We're coming back.
Welcome.
I figured I need a big event. Can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me, right?
Oh yeah, you're great.
Wait until you find out about the big show.
Okay, I can't wait to find out about the big show.
What's going on with the big show? I mean, he's part of AEW right now.
Nothing's going on.
That's what you get. See, you wanted to be funny.
He's training. He's training with Miko Trin right now. That's what's going on with him.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Last time I saw the Big Show, he was at Gold's Venice training with big old Michael Hearn.
Oh boy.
I thought you'd say he was gonna pop up on AEW. Honestly,
well, he was on AEW.
Well, he is under contract. He is under contract.
Yeah.
Technically, but I haven't seen him on there. I think he's more of a what you call it?
Behind the scenes guy?
Yeah, like a coach maybe or kind of
producer.
thing or whatever. You say hi to everybody?
Hey.
This is Sawyer.
What's up, Sawyer?
We're gonna give
Sawyer,
predictions.
what's up, buddy?
We're giving predictions for Saturday.
All right, Sawyer, who's your favorite wrestler? What's your favorite Mark moment?
Guess what?
What?
Today I drank Prime.
He drank Prime. So he drank Logan's Paul drink for the first time. And I told him that, Logan Paul's gonna be WWE. I told him and Connor that. They're like, yeah, like what? He sucks. And then Connor was like, he's just a really bad person. I'm like, he's a really good wrestler though. I was like, he's fighting Seth Rollins. He's like, I hope Seth Rollins beats him. I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
So
on that note,
kids right, Justin.
I think we all want Seth Rollins to win, right?
Yeah, I mean, Logan Paul can't win. Can he?
He can't go undefeated in WWE.
Here's the thing. If we're talking about picks, we've all
He
got
lost
what
to
we
Roman.
want. This is the first
that's right.
WrestleMania. WrestleMania is like Christmas, where you just think and hope like this is the one time when you're going to get what you want, but it never really happens that way. So we're certainly going to be let down. Like we all think it's like, okay, Seth's got to win, Cody's got to win, Sammy and KO's got to win, Ray's got to win. You think all those things, but there's going to be some people that we think have to win. They're not going to win. It's not going to be all like, roses and butterflies. So who do you guys think is going to be the setup, or I should say, not the setup, dyslexia, the upset of the week in
Roman?
Really?
I think Roman's winning.
God, if Roman wins, there's going to be a riot.
His name is
no
John Cena.
Leo, who do you think is going to be the upset of the night?
I'm going Logan Paul. I think he's beat Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
I think that's a good upset right there, because
I've been
told by my friends that he's one of those guys.
Logan Paul's good, man. I mean, he's really, really easy to hate. He's a natural heel. And his in-ring ability is very good. He's athletic, and they definitely have hid all of his weaknesses and really, kind of shine a spotlight on his positives for sure.
Nice.
I think the upset of the weekend is going to be Rhea going down to Charlotte.
Why do you always have to use the innuendos?
Because that's his gimmick.
Because
with the five guys and
Justin, you know what? I don't even think about them; they just come out naturally. So
I'm glad that I've got the headphones on, so Sawyer can't even hear what you're saying right now.
Yeah,
so
that's
right.
You're the one making a big deal out of it, Justin.
It's literally earmuffs right now, except reverse. So
Justin, that's his gimmick. God,
I know it's his
Hey,
gimmick.
Ryan.
Yeah.
I hope Rhea puts Charlotte over.
She could.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's a lot of legitimacy.
Come on
there.
now.
Like Rhea's been on such a tear.
I was
and,
trying to match you.
No, I think Charlotte's been on such a tear that Rob, I'm going to silence you because you're being very noisy.
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me, Rob.
Yeah. I'm in control here of the Zoom. I will mute whoever I want.
Ryan the Overlord. That's your gimmick.
When you have Zoom and post-production privileges, you can do anything you want.
Speaking of post-production, what song did we open with tonight? Because I know we had a couple options.
With an awesome 80s ballad by A1 Justin Metz.
Known as, did we open with Boat Truck Boat?
Yep.
So I got to tell a story about that then, since we're going to do that just for the heck of it. I don't think that's going to be the theme song, but we were talking about like, what song do we want to use? Do we want to use the stock footage? Do we want to do something? We wanted it to be like kind of cheesy, but like not like a super hit song or something like that. We had a couple different ideas that we won't really go into, but I just started throwing. I was like, here's just some like random songs that I made like when up in Nashville when I was with my buddy with our project that we were just joking around with, and I showed this one to Ryan. He's like, I actually really it's like an 80s like vibe, like Duran.
I love
Duran
everything
thing.
80s, like
yeah. And he's like, I actually kind of like that. I'm like, really? I'm like, well, we could use it if you want to, just even just once as a joke. And I forgot that I wrote this song like what 4 or 5 years ago now. And it's not a song, as you have heard. It's literally just like a little jingle idea for a song that we never finished. But I named it as a working title because you got to put something on it. Boat Truck Boat, like from Squidbillies, except I think it was Truck Boat Truck, but I named it Boat Truck Boat. And then here we are 5 years later with a podcast known as Better Than Broadway. And the one that Ryan picked of all the songs that I gave him was the one that had the same initials. So
BTB.
thought that was cute.
I dig it. Rob, who do you think is going to be the upset of the weekend?
Theory. Austin Theory beats John Cena.
I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's more realistic.
Most likely.
I just feel like they've got to have a passing of the torch moment for this kid. And I mean, I feel like Cena's on his way out the door. He's already done the favors for Roman at SummerSlam a couple of years ago, or Survivor Series, whenever the hell that match was. And I just feel like it's time for John to do the favors for Theory.
Okay. Leo, if you can hear me, what do you think is going to be the most shocking thing of WrestleMania?
You know,
We haven't even started
see,
talking
I
about the
haven't-
card yet. What is going to be the most shocking, like what WTF moment?
I don't have I see I don't have a working knowledge of what's going on since I'm coming back. My gut says, I would like to see some legend or someone return, but I don't know who that individual would be. Who that main player is.
I think Conan's just since you don't have a working knowledge, I think Conan's going to show up to the Hall of Fame for Ray. And I think the most shocking thing is they're going to do something with the angle between Ray and his son. I think Dom and Ray are going to have something at the Hall of Fame, which they haven't done before, really. But and normally I would be like, you shouldn't do that. That's more of like a shoot type thing or whatever. But I think for this instance, I think it works. And I think to have Dom come in there and ruin his WrestleMania Hall of Fame,
That would be ballsy.
I think would be just so awesome to then see them fight the next day. I think that would add to the story, and that would definitely be the shock of the weekend, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hollywood.
Hey guys, I gotta go check on something real quick.
Check
Talk
those
amongst
burgers.
yourselves. I will be back.
I think there's going to be a new member of the Bloodline.
A new member.
I think there'll be another member of the Bloodline.
Who? Tell me
I
more.
don't know. It has to be something because I think Roman wins, but I don't think I think it's from interference, but I don't know from who.
Is it going to be Dustin Rhodes?
Nah. Nah. I don't know. I just think that it's either going to be that or the Bloodline is going to crumble.
I mean,
Is there more room for that? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Leo.
I was going to ask, is there more room for that plot line?
There's talk of like, we want Roman to be like the 1,000-day champ, which is really cool. And Roman, like, he's half over, he's half hated, which is a really cool position to be in as well. Kind of like Hulk Hogan was in the NWO days. Like, people loved Hogan and people hated him. And so he's kind of in that boat of like, kind of timeless.
They're just really close to that 1,000-day that record. They're really close.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think so much of it is like everyone expects Cody to win. I mean, he's been on such a tear. He's been taking out the bloodline left and right. The only way I see Cody beating Roman is he takes off his suit jacket, throws in his face, ties it around his neck, and then beats him with his shoe into submission. That's what I want to see. Like, he's coming out there with his nice, nice suit and everything. You know what, dude? Take off that nice shoe. Whip somebody with it.
You have wanted that since Cody came back. I love it.
I do. I am a hockey fan. I would love to see him just like throw in his face, take away his vision, and just like hold his head down and just, uppercut him. Classic hockey style.
That's great.
Yeah.
So funny.
Something has to happen.
We talking biggest upsets or biggest
what do you think the biggest W2F moment will be?
Oh God. Either Trish Stratus turning heel to set up Becky at SummerSlam, or probably Logan Paul doing something ridiculous, if you will.
Is he going to do a jumping split?
Is he going to do something impulsive? I don't know. He's going to do something wild. He's going to steal the show like he did at Crown Jewel, 100%.
Okay. Is there like a Money in the Bank match?
Shit, I was unmuting. I'm sorry. I had a question. Is there is it a straight match? The Logan Paul Seth Rollins match?
Yes.
Yeah, I wonder what he could do on it. I mean, he's just going to probably do what is it? The viral smash or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
The frog splash thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the biggest WTF moment is going to be Christian coming back for a one-off with Gangrel and Edge to
I
recreate the
heard
Brood.
Gangrel was
Oh,
coming
that
back.
would be amazing.
Because it's all but confirmed that Gangrel's going to be there, and like, man, you got to get Edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, I heard rumors. It's just rumors. It's not confirmed, but you know that Tony Khan had talked about giving a one-time kind of like pass for the Forbidden Door and whatnot. So
See, that's
Yeah.
cool.
that
like,
would be badass
you
if
know,
that
that's-
happens. Like maybe
that's-
bullshit.
That's what you want in, wrestling. Is like, look, like let's make sure everyone succeeds. And if something works well, that like everyone can agree upon, like, hey, it's like when WWE let Brock Lesnar go compete in the UFC for one fight.
Yeah.
Which, talk about a squash match. Like, I mean, you put a superior wrestler up against Mark Henry, who has no ground game.
WWE
Well, yeah,
just did
I
it
mean-
with Shinsuke, didn't they? They let Shinsuke do who was that? What's the next last match? Was that Muda?
Yeah.
Did Muda did
No, they just let Shinsuke do the match in January.
Yeah. For Pro
Yeah.
Wrestling Noah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for Noah.
Yeah, I mean that AEW definitely does that, but I do feel as though there's a little bit more animosity with easy for me to say.
Anonymity.
Yeah, well, anonymity not gonna work here anymore. I feel like there's a little bit more from AEW to WWE though. That's the thing. You know what I mean?
Could be that.
With all the things that Tony Khan has been very, vocal about in regards to them, placing premium live events in the same time when he's having premium live events and all this other kind of stuff. I feel like he would be less to do it. Although, it's Christian Cage and, Tony Khan's a wrestling fan. And if it's a one-off thing, I think it's only going to give him shine if he does let it happen. Everybody's like, oh, that's really cool of him. So, I mean,
Yeah.
if I was him, I would do it. It's not going to hurt the company.
No.
Honestly, Christian
No.
isn't doing a whole lot right now with AEW.
Impact let
So-
Mickie James come into the Royal Rumble with the Impact title, and she was named Impact Women's Knockout Champion when she came to the ring with the belt.
That's
what they
cool.
should do though, honestly. I bet the stipulate if I was Tony Khan, I would be like, yeah, he can come back as Christian Cage. Like, if you let him come back with Gangrel, you just have to call him Christian Cage.
Mhm.
That's it.
Is he Christian Cage in AEW, or is he just Christian?
No, he's Christian Cage, and he can't be Christian. That's right. He can't be
That's
Christian
right.
because
Yeah,
that's right.
WWE
That's right.
owns Christian. So the same
Yeah.
way as Cody couldn't be Cody Rhodes, but in reverse.
Got it.
Here's something cool. Kenny Omega just beat Jeff Cobb for the IWGP United States Championship. And then,
I'm not watching it. Damn it. I need to pull it up.
you want me to shut up?
No, that's fine. I meant to pull up Hulu. I was gonna watch it after dinner.
But
I meant to pull it up and
then Blackpool Combat Club comes out, beats up on Kenny Omega, and who comes out to mess up the Blackpool Combat Club? Bryan Danielson.
really.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
He's back.
Is he? Please beat the shit out of Kenny.
No, you're saying Bryan Danielson Club came to
save Kenny, but it's kind of it's literally happening in front of me right now.
Yeah.
So
He's
him
debating.
and
the
Mox are gonna have a program then.
Did y'all like the Moxley interview with his wife?
Yeah, I shared that on there. Wasn't that great, man? I love their
Yeah.
energy, their dynamic. You can tell he's just like he reminds me of it reminds me of me and Shannon. Honestly, it's like he's just this aggressive asshole, and she just is like so calm and sweet, and like he's intense, but you can tell he's sweet to her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
he's,
but it's great. man.
Danielson.
I love it.
he's so over that mess.
And
Danielson
there's your
just
heel
turned.
turn.
Yep.
There's your heel turn. Fantastic.
Wait, Danielson just turned,
And
what?
now Kenny's in the middle of the ring, getting hit by a bunch of guys.
Yes, sir.
Don't say it.
What's
Don't
gonna
you say
happen?
it. Don't you say it.
Kenny Omega gangbang.
No, God, stop it.
Oh my God.
Leo, you've been super quiet, dude. Like, tell us your thoughts. Like, I know you're coming
No,
back.
I'm listening. You know what it is?
Oh, I'm
I've been
watching it.
multitasking. I got a 3-year-old that I've been trying to keep entertained while participating in the podcast. I'm fine. I'm here. I'm enjoying it. There's no thoughts. There's no, you guys haven't missed out on anything.
Okay. I mean, will you be watching WrestleMania this weekend?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay.
It's a premium live event, right? That's not on not regular on Peacock.
Do you have Peacock?
I do.
Then it's free on there.
Okay. All right. So I should be fine.
Right?
You've been watching the program. I see you watching the product. Premium live event. Vince will be proud because you use premium live event.
John, I'll be right back here. I'm gonna grab another beer.
So basically what we're saying right now is that because I'm just watching this now. So now it's a reunited Blackpool Combat Club. So they got, they're 4 strong. They're the, the 4 horsemen, whatever. Kenny is by himself. The Young Bucks are hurt. It's gonna have to be Hangman, right? Hangman's gonna have to be the one that comes in.
He came out last week.
Well, they left it kind of like very ambiguous, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was literally going off as he looked back and they were there. Like you didn't know, like, are they about to beat him up or is he there to help him to embrace? So like that's got to be what it is, right? Which I'm here for it. Get them out of the trios bullshit. Let House of Black have their shine, and let's have like another stadium stampede.
Oh yeah,
or Anarchy in the Arena, or some other euphemism that they're going to come up with. That's going to sound like it,
dude. Sure. Stadium stampede. All I got to say is, what Nick Jackson did, the 100-yard human suplex to Sammy Guevara.
That was great.
The full length of the football field.
Yeah, but still the best bit on wrestling ever, in my opinion, now, like, is the Hangman Hager
bar fight. That was great.
I mean, you can't, it doesn't get any better than that. And then Hager and was it Hager and Omega drinking whiskey and milk. Omega had his milk with it.
Well, even when they're on the Jericho cruise, like Hangman's like having a beer and like Kenny's got like, oh, I've got the cup of tea, everything's good.
Yeah.
But,
so let's talk. We're talking about so much about WrestleMania, but what about next week on Dynamite? What a freaking banger of a match! The FTR is going to wrestle again for for these titles, and if they lose, they're going to leave AEW altogether. And like, the AEW, for all this bullshit like work shoot stuff that they're doing, that like we really don't want to see, like with he who will not be mentioned, the 2 letters followed by a type of rock music. I think that they do. What is that? Am I catching that?
That was Rob.
I think that they do very well with the work shoot in some scenarios where it works. And I think with this, it works. I think with this, the fact that FTR could be leaving, their contracts up, we don't know, it gives a lot more gravity to the situation and it puts a lot more weight on it, thinking like, oh, maybe they really are going to leave. And if they lose, then they leave, and that's written into it. But also they could win. And I think a lot of people want them. They deserve another title reign with AEW. So it's definitely a match that I'm going to be watching. Like, to me, that's a pay-per-view match. I can't believe it's going to be on Dynamite next week.
Dude, but Justin, kind of like to your point you made before, on the screen right now, Colton Gunn has grown a beard.
That's not a beard, Ryan. That's facial hair. Just saying. Rob has a beard.
I don't know what it's like. You all know, all 4 of you have a better facial hair situation than I do.
I shaved this morning. I don't know what you're talking about.
But Colton Gunn has some thicker facial hair that could be viewed as a beard. And as we've established,
he has
before,
what we call a George Michael.
Okay.
He has a 7 o'clock shadow. It's not more than 5.
I will not give you up.
Yeah. And you can be his teacher, Ryan.
Well, guys, we are on the road to WrestleMania, and as much as I love AEW,
let's talk some WrestleMania.
What a fabulous lineup we have for WrestleMania. You got 2 nights, Saturday and Sunday, April 1st, April 2nd, emanating from the SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles is WrestleMania Goes to Hollywood. And we'll talk about the vignettes here in a minute because they're so damn good, especially this Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, Goodfellas promo. But
That was good.
That was great.
Great. So our first match of WrestleMania night 1 is John Cena versus Austin Theory for the U.S. Championship, United States Championship. We do not call them titles anymore in WWE. They are championships. So Theory, the young up-and-comer, 24, 25 years old, facing the 20-plus year veteran in John Cena, as Santino Morelli used to call him, John Cena. But I don't know, man. I'm a big, as much as I like Cena, I'm a big Theory fan, and I hope the kid wins. Boy,
I wasn't a Theory fan. I wasn't
Chef.
a Theory fan, but
Chef, how do we feel about Theory and John Cena?
I feel like this would be a good look for Theory. I feel like this will be the payback for making him give up the briefcase.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This would be a lot. This would be good for Theory, though. This
Wait,
was like the
can someone
payoff.
catch me up? What do you mean making him?
So Austin Theory won the Money in the Bank briefcase last year under the Vince McMahon regime, and after the changing of the guards or whatnot, Theory wasn't the one to do it, so they had to get the briefcase off of him, and they gave him a bullshit. Can I curse on here?
Yeah.
Oh
no.
Leo,
they
if you want
gave
to
him
smoke,
a
go
bad
ahead.
match.
My son's gone. Yeah, I'm telling you, they can't hear anything, so it's fine, even if he wasn't here. So
Justin,
it's on my headphones.
thoughts on Cena and Theory?
Yeah, like I was gonna say, like I didn't like Theory for the longest time when he was under Vince, and then I think when they took his shine away and then made him a little bit more edgy coming back, you could tell that was a Hunter thing, and I liked it, and I've liked him more there.
Mm-hmm.
I still like, I've said this a couple times now on the podcast, Cena was that typical like baby face that everybody hated when we had him, and then when we lost him, we didn't realize how good we had it. Is that girlfriend that you don't realize that you love till she's gone, right? And then he comes back, and that's the way that we all feel now. Like everybody loves Cena, and anytime he's on screen, it's just gold. But he doesn't need to win. I mean, he doesn't need to win at all. And I'm totally fine with him putting Theory over. But that's one that honestly, like if he does win, then I think it's a happy moment too. Like that's one that I don't have a whole lot invested in. I'm going to be happy either way. And I think I have confidence in them moving forward either way, because no matter what, come Monday, Theory is going to be on Raw, and he is going to get the loudest reaction out of anybody. Rather, if he loses or wins, he's going to get the loudest react. Well, minus like Sammy or Cody, but like, you know what I mean? Like he's going to be way up there with the main events. Yeah.
He's been featured a lot over this last year too. And he's
Theory,
been in a lot of big matches over the last 12 months.
Yeah, for sure.
If nothing happens, God forbid he doesn't get hurt and stuff like that. Like Rob, I think you've said it before. I mean, in the next 5 years, he's going to be he absolutely can be the face of the company.
Oh my God, without question. Love him or hate him. The Monday, the Raw after Mania on Monday night, the crowds are the loudest, the hottest they're going to be. And if he gets booed out of the arena or he gets cheered, the bottom line is this: if he gets a reaction, he's over. And that's what matters. If they don't give a shit, then he's going to get a quiet reaction. No one cares. Chef Ryan, give us your pick for Cena versus Austin Theory.
I have always been a Cena acolyte, just because I love what he does in his personal life and and his performance. And honestly, one of my favorite moments is they did the Christmas special, and Cena was like, "Oh, should I open this present? What's inside?" And pull just what I always wanted, a chair. And I love him, so I'm always a diehard Cena fan. But what I think is going to happen is I think they're going to get in the ring. Cena's going to beat him up. He's going to take some a razor out, shave off Theory's beard, and put it on the back of his head to cover up his bald spot.
Oh, dear.
And then go from there.
I'm really glad I didn't say that Cena was going to grant his 651st Make-A-Wish and put Theory over, but to each.
Or maybe you should kill him and then visit him in the hospital.
No, God, no.
No, you not kill. You know what I mean? Like, Destroy him.
Yeah, he's gonna end his career and go see him. Yeah, got it. Leo, if you're with us still,
I'm here.
Cena in theory. I know you don't have a lot of background on this because you are coming.
I'm going Cena, and the
Go
only reason
Cena.
I'm going Cena is because I recently got WWE 2K23, really good game, right?
Love it.
And in that particular game, there's a Cena showcase, and they run down, I guess, a series of all of Cena's highlight wins, highlight matches. You know, his matches against The Undertaker, Triple H, Randy Orton, RVD.
Nice.
And so all that's just in the forefront of my mind. I know nothing about Austin Theory. It's not a knock against them, but I'm going to go with Cena off the strength of the showcase I just played in WWE.
Heard. Hollywood, final word. Cena theory.
I went first.
I know, but I just, final word. If you want to say anything else?
Oh,
Anything else?
I think if Theory comes out first on Raw, he's gonna get the most heat.
Yeah.
But he'll open the show because he's gonna beat Cena. But if he opens, because that's the perfect show opener.
Yeah.
Unless it's Cody with the belt.
Heard.
Because it has to be that or Logan Paul after.
Okay.
But we'll get into more. Once we get into other matches, we can talk more.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
I like that. All right. Well, we don't really know what the order of operations is going to be, so we'll just keep moving on with the matches. We talked about this earlier, and in Hollywood, you gave us a great segue into Logan Paul versus Seth freaking Rollins. Whoa. Which, by the way, that crowd humming that song is going to be so deafening because it's that fun. It's like Nakamura It's like Nakamura when he had his theme song.
Mm-hmm.
The Rising Sun. Great track by the way, Nakamura. We miss you in the ring, man. We want you back.
Fandango too.
I always love Shinsuke.
Chef Ryan, give us your prediction for Logan Paul and Seth freaking Rollins.
I am going to say I'm gonna say Seth Rollins. And I say that because he needs a bigger pop these days. And like Logan Paul is a pop in himself. And I think Seth Rollins is, he's got something to prove. And he's got the better outfits. Just plain and simple. His creativity in his outfits. When he had the giant like Mickey Mouse boots, come on, dude. Like
the Astro boots.
The Astro boots. He's more creative. He's more, spontaneous. Go on Seth Rollins. But I mean, it could be like 4 or 5 stomps.
Yeah.
And I could see Seth Rollins grabbing Logan Paul's phone and putting in selfie mode and broadcasting, check this out, and going up and doing a stomp just to combat the one he did against the frog splash. That's what I predict.
Nice. Leo, predictions on Logan Paul and Seth freaking Rollins.
I'm going Logan Paul wins. He's my upset for the night. That's my upset for the night. I'm going Logan Paul wins. And I don't like Logan Paul. I'm going to go, remember the last time I was here, I expressed to you guys, I do not like those Paul bulls. They make money. They're good at what they're doing, but I'm not a fan of those bulls. However, because of my 2 friends, they're 2 particular friends that are huge advocates of Logan Paul. I'm gonna say he'll be the upset of the evening.
Heard.
Now, if he's not, wonderful. No hair off my back. I don't like it. But if he is, all right, they were right. So I've covered all the bases.
Second question to you, Leo. Does Logan win the match clean, or is there shenanigans? Does like the Miz
shenanigans? Absolute shenanigans.
Yeah.
Easily shenanigans. Without a doubt, shenanigans.
Yeah. I think Logan wins the match with help from the Miz or somebody else.
Or Jake Paul.
Outside interference. Jake Paul, his brother, or the Miz, or somebody. Somebody's going to help Logan win that match. Hollywood, tell us who you got.
I had to switch my headphones out. I got Seth.
Got Seth. All right.
I got Seth for like non-storyline reasons, like he lost last year and I gotta give him a win.
There you go.
And there's no way if Logan wins, the storyline continues, and I think it ends here.
Okay. I like the thought. Well, we got 2 for Seth, 2 for Logan Paul. Justin, break the tie. Seth or Logan Paul?
Yeah, I want Seth. I think that Seth needs a he's not gonna let this go. And I think it needs to end at Mania. I think honestly, Logan Paul has been handing it to him.
He needs to win.
He's made him look like a douche, or like he's made him look like a bitch, like knocking him out 3 times, curb stomping him with his own thing. Like he's been really kind of like doing some dirty stuff in wrestling, like as far as that goes. And obviously it's because they want to make him look like a heel. They want to make him, pay to get his butt beat. I think that, I don't know. The only thing that I know for sure, Logan Paul is going to get the shit kicked out of him. For sure. Win, lose, or draw, you're going to get your price of admission because Seth is going to beat the shit out of Logan Paul.
That'd be fun.
That's what I think will happen. You guys want some food? I made enough for all y'all. Just come grab it.
Just pass it.
Are those tots?
Here, Rob. Grab up. Ready? No. It's it's a different. It's here.
Oh God,
gentlemen, here's a very important question.
We're good.
We didn't do the talking stick, guys. We got to do the talking stick.
Next time. We're good. Next time. But I love that.
Ranch or ketchup?
Ranch or ketchup?
For what? What are we discussing?
No, the answer is yes.
The answer is yes. That's like asking
fries
ranch
or
blue
tots?
cheese. Of course.
Usually like ketchup or mustard. I can see that, but ranch is like that's different.
I mean, like ranch is like the greatest flavor on the planet for me. Ranch
That's
flavored
like
ranch,
saying-
the best.
That's like saying a truck or a laptop. Two different things, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
That's
You
about
gotta
right.
have both. You gotta have both.
Well, no, I mean,
Cell
like
phone-
you're eating
cell
tots.
phone or pocket knife.
Yeah, that's how I received it. It was like, oh, like do you like shoes or like sleep? What?
Yes.
Have you ever done
Oh.
sugar or piece? Have you ever eaten sugar or snorted PCP?
All right.
Do you
Fuck you
want
guys.
candy bars or world peace?
Mm.
All right, so we have a men's 4-way tag team showcase match between the Street Profits, Otis and the Alpha Academy, Braun Strowman and Ricochet, and a 4th team that I can't remember. So someone help.
You got Alpha Academy, Braun Strowman, Ricochet, the Viking Raiders.
The Viking Raiders.
God, Ray Rowe, Todd Smith. I am so sorry that I forgot about you guys. I love you.
Do they really need to call this a showcase? Like,
Well, it's.
I mean,
it's-
what are they
it's a
competing
tag
for?
team showcase, man. Like, what do you want to do? Like, it's a tag match. It's gonna be fun.
it's gonna be fun, but it's like I feel like couldn't they call it like an elimination or night? I mean, they could do something. It's like a what is it? First what do you call it when somebody's the next person to get a title shot, like just
number one contender.
Yeah,
The
number one
contenders
contenders
match?
match or something like
Yeah.
that. Like I feel like showcase is such a bullshit term.
Yeah, I
It's
suppose.
like calling somebody like an administrative assistant, like you're a secretary. Stop it.
Well, clearly, the Street Profits or Alpha Academy win
Yes,
that match.
sir.
Hollywood, who you got?
I got the Street Profits.
Let's go.
I feel like this is the only match. I feel like this match was made for the Street Profits.
Yeah.
They didn't have anything for them to do. And I don't know. I don't really like the Ricochet Braun Strowman thing. I think they hired Braun and wanted more from him. Nothing happened.
He's definitely gone. He's definitely been misused since he's been back.
Yeah.
For sure.
I feel
Yeah.
like he had a lot of opportunity because people wanted him. He did his thing. He should have came back and like went straight to the title, and he didn't. And I totally agree with you, Chef. Like this is Street Profits time to shine. They've both shined individually.
Yeah.
And they, I mean, they're ready. And like they need to be in that picture. They need to get something because they haven't really been. They've been kind of made to look like bitches too,
Yeah.
honestly, for the last little bit. And I don't think that they need something. And like Alpha Academy, I think they're gonna break up, right? Viking
Yeah.
Raiders are like, I'm lukewarm with them. I don't care one way or the other. Which
Yeah,
is
I'm
not a
never
good
been,
thing,
like,
right?
over the top.
Drop
with
the
them.
ball.
Yeah. And then, I mean, the whole Braun Strowman Ricochet thing, like, I love that gimmick. I love the fact that they were talking shit and they hated each other over Twitter. And then they're like, oh, you guys don't like each other? We're going to put you
Yeah.
together. And
But
then, like,
that's like that
That's
combo is
cool.
like Coke and Diet Coke.
Yeah.
You know, it's just
stop making
hey,
analogies, Ryan.
I'm sorry if they're O2 over your head, Justin.
You know what? Honestly, Braun Strowman and Ricochet is like, do you like ranch or ketchup?
No, it's not.
That
It's
was
not.
perfect. That
No,
was
sir.
perfect.
All right.
Braun Strowman and
Chef, who
Very
you
well
got in this
played.
match?
Who?
Chef, who you got in this
Who?
match in the showcase?
Me?
Who you got in the tag team showcase?
Dude, there are two chefs here, dude. You got to
No,
be more.
he's been calling me Hollywood.
I have
for
been
like
calling him
last,
Hollywood. I have
yes.
been calling you Chef.
He's been calling you Chef.
That's
right.
true. There is continuity there.
I got I think the smart money's on the Street Profits. I think the real money is on Alpha Academy.
Yeah.
That Gabe has been on TV
Because
a lot.
like I am like they need to come back and click because Otis has been distracted with all this male modeling.
They're
You
not
know,
breaking
he's-
them up. I feel like
He's
that just
really,
means they're
really,
breaking them up.
really ridiculously good looking.
Yes.
And I think they win the titles and they go deep down into like male modeling.
Love it. Leo, who you got in the showcase?
I'm gonna be honest. This one, I got nothing. I know nothing about the tag team division right now.
That's okay.
I couldn't name outside of what I think you said, Alpha Academy, Street Profits, and the Bloodline. That's the totality of what I know regarding the tag team division.
Well, when we get to the main event, we'll make sure that you have your time for sure, sir. I'm gonna ask a corollary question to this because I think there's a lot of room for shock and awe with this match because everybody thinks it's just like Chef said, this is such a vanilla match that no one really cares about. But as a corollary, which tag team breaks up during this match?
Corollary, that's a Tim Burton movie, right?
Coraline.
No.
Coraline is not a Tim Burton movie, by the way.
It's not.
You're right, it's not actually.
It's a Leica movie.
So an addendum question to this showcase tag team match for the men. The women have one too. Which tag team breaks up during this match? Because there's been talk about Alpha Academy, there's been talk about the Street Profits. We're looking, just for shock value to make this match a little more interesting. Which team breaks up?
I mean, I think it's going to be Alpha Academy, but I think that that Braun Strowman and Ricochet would also make sense just because they started, they ended, and they could have another good feud together. But I don't know. I mean, I kind of like them together. Ryan, what do you think?
Viking Raiders.
Really?
You would never expect it.
You would.
And that's why it would be good.
You're right. That would be
You'd be like, what?
Yeah. The elephant in the room is still the Street Profits because Montez Ford is a superstar in the making, and by my estimation, a future world champion. But Angelo Dawkins is sharp, and it'd be a travesty to break them up. But I mean, this is WWE; they do shit like that all the time just to ruin our day. So
what are you talking about? They've never done that before. Shawn Michaels, Marcianetti. Yeah, I honestly, I think that would be the moment.
Hollywood, who breaks up?
I don't know if I see a breakup.
Okay.
I don't really see one.
Totally good.
Did Marty Jannetty deserve that treatment? I'm sorry, I can't let that go. Did he deserve that?
No,
yes, he did.
He didn't, and that's the thing is that I would hate to see
Was
that
he
because
that much worse?
No, he wasn't, and that's the thing. Angelo Dawkins has gotten really, really good, but if the Street Profits break up, he will 100% be a black Marty Jannetty.
Yeah,
I can tell you that. I
Or
can tell you that for sure.
They did it with Otis's old partner.
Yeah, Tucker's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, where is Tucker?
Indies, on the Indies. Man, Marty Jannetty's life changed drastically after that tag team broke up because Shawn Michaels got catapulted to the moon, and poor Marty Jannetty is writing drunken MDMA laced diatribes on social media, and it's
Oh, he's still alive? I thought he died.
oh no, dude, it's
He's
bad.
in jail, isn't it? Didn't he kill somebody?
He admitted to killing somebody on social
Yeah.
media, and then he admitted to having like 6 girlfriends on social media, which
And still
We're
couldn't
talking
go
about
viral.
Marty Jannetty.
and he's not,
Yeah.
and he's still not locked
Yeah.
up for that. Like, how do you admit to killing someone and you're not locked up? The fuck?
But you are right. This is the same thing because Montez Ford he's ready.
God, he's on another level. After the Elimination Chamber, if you have
Yeah.
any doubt about Montez Ford, I question your ability to reason.
I want to know what his finisher was.
He's just it's not even just his in-ring ability either. He just has it, man. He's
He's got
just
it,
got
man.
like when you just look at him, the way the guy walks, you're just like, yeah, he's fucking money in boots. Like
He's Bianca Belair in male form.
he really is, man. And I would even go past that, honestly. I mean, Bianca Belair is great. She's got the gimmick and everything else, but like Montez Ford is one of the rare people who doesn't have a gimmick. I don't really see him as having a gimmick, and he's still that
just
damn
authentic.
good.
He's just authentic.
He's just authentically him. He's so real. You could drop him in any promotion today, and he would blow the doors off of anything. And like,
Exactly.
and
Is he
Rob,
on SmackDown or is he on
They're on Raw.
they're on
They're
Raw.
on
Raw.
I'll give all credit to Rob for this because I didn't see this when I first started watching again. Maybe it's because I wasn't watching so much Raw or wasn't watching so much WWE at the time. And I was like, what does he keep saying? He keeps talking about Montez Ford being like, okay, yeah, he's a big athletic, like guy or whatever. And he's drinking from a Solo cup, whatever. Like, I mean, but as I've watched it, like, no, like Rob called that shit a long time ago. And and it's gonna happen. It's just a matter of time. Like you can't fumble with this guy.
Yeah.
Like just let him go.
Right.
And he came back all chiseled up. He like a couple months ago, he came back all beefed up. And I was like, oh yeah, he's ready now.
In the words of the 3 old black fellas from Coming to America, that boy good.
That boy good.
That boy good. All right, we got the women's showcase match. This one is kind of interesting because, like the women's tag division, everybody's name goes into a hat, and they just drew names out and they put tag teams together. You got Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan. You got Natty and Shotzi, the Blackhearts. If they don't make the Blackhearts a thing because she is Shotzi Blackheart and Natty is a heart.
That's pretty cool.
Hearts. Book that shit. And then you
Tony
got
Khan would do it, that's for sure. He loves those ridiculous pun tag team
absolutely.
names.
You got Ronda Rousey and Shayna, who are going to win that match, duh. And then you have the thrown together tag team of Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. I want to speak to the manager. I'm just going to call them the Karens
Karen
because
Deville.
yeah, they're 2 women that I just don't care about, and they're loud as shit. So they're the Karens. So we got a fatal 4-way for the women. We're gonna start with Hollywood. Who you got in the women's showcase tag match?
I thought Ronda and
Shayna?
Shayna wasn't in the match no more.
No, they're in the match, dude. They got announced on SmackDown this past week that they'll be in the match.
Oh, I missed that.
They're just gonna murder they're just gonna run them over and just gonna armbar everybody, and it's gonna be over in 3 minutes.
I missed that. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Is
there was
that
a period of
tag team
time.
to break up?
Oh, hang on, real quick. I have a very interesting question.
Listen.
So it's a fatal 4-way tag team, correct?
Yes.
You're not about to make a sexual innuendo, are you?
No, not.
Okay, all right.
But if I don't know, tell me I'm stupid, but could you guarantee a win if you just armbar your partner and make them submit?
Oh,
No, I think it's got to be one of the other teams.
The thing like the New Day
you're
do.
thinking like
The New Day do it all the time.
Nah, DX did it first. They did it years. What? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Leo, go
Well,
on.
I mean, yeah, like what Jeff Jarrett did it with Vince Russo and Hulk Hogan too.
Yeah.
The finger poke of death or whatever.
Yeah. We're just gonna lay down in the ring.
The
Yeah.
New Age Outlaws did that right after. I want to say that was right after WrestleMania too.
But that was in a tag match against somebody. Ryan's saying that literally one of the tag teams is going to armbar their partner, and then that means that they win. But they also lose though. So it's
But
got
somebody-
to
No,
be the
that's
tag team.
what
Yeah.
happened.
But somebody will
Like,
break it up. Somebody will
Billy
break it up
Gunn
before they
pinned.
they
I'm
do.
almost positive Billy Gunn was pinned by Road Dogg.
Yes.
Maybe
Yes.
Billy
Yes. Yes.
Gunn.
Yes. 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 That's true. It was the tag titles. It was I think it was the New Age Outlaws versus the Nation of Domination.
But no, there was another team because it was a triple threat.
Oh,
Oh, it
okay.
was a triple threat.
Right?
Maybe it was the Hearts. Maybe it was the Hart Foundation.
I don't remember who it
Like
was.
Davey
but I
Boy,
remember
like Davey Boy and Owen. I don't know.
They
I don't know.
accidentally tagged both New Age Outlaws in.
Oh,
One laid down,
attitude.
one pinned them.
Oh,
the
attitude era.
was-
Gosh, it's a good
Just
time.
saying, it would be fun. It would be
Good
fun.
times.
Like, yeah.
All right, Justin, who you got winning this match?
This is where we need Chelsea with us because I
Yeah.
could care less about this match. And no, it's not me being sexist. It's just they put the least amount of effort and thought into this.
Well,
I mean, Ronda Rousey, I guess, Ronda and Shayna, like it makes sense for them to just go in there and just beat the crap out of everybody.
sure.
But I don't care. Like I don't care. Like I don't know why they haven't put more effort into this. You know, there's so many good and look, maybe I sound like I'm Mr. Complain, and I know we talk about that. We try not to complain, and like I'm sure it's gonna be a good match, and I'm gonna watch it. It's just out of everything, out of WrestleMania, I think this is the least exciting match of the entire weekend.
Yeah.
And I
Wasn't
wish
this
it wasn't.
match to replace the original match, the original tag team match?
Yeah,
Yes.
they've had some back and forth people coming in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
but,
originally, Shayna and Ronda were supposed to
damage
have
control.
the tag title match
Yeah.
against maybe Becky and Lita. I'm not really sure, but Ronda had an elbow injury that has just healed, and they were just like, all right, well, we got to do something. So I'm guessing they win that match, and then they go on to face Becky and Lita for the tag belts. But the bigger story is like Justin was saying, and what I said earlier is this women's tag team division just feels like they just put a bunch of names in a hat, and whoever they pulled out is paired together. And
Which
it
is stupid
sucks.
because they have more talent.
many
They have
good
more female talent on their roster and NXT too than any other all the other places combined. They have more
Sure.
female talent, and there's no excuse for it. Like
No.
AEW's female roster has sucked pretty much since day one, other than a couple like shines. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're starting to get better now. But it's because they didn't have the female talent that was ready. Like they have the 4 horsewomen, man. Like, what do you do? Like, just replay the highlights of the Revolution. Like, just redo the same thing. I'll eat that. You know what
It's
I mean?
right
I don't care. It doesn't
It's
take
right
a lot.
there.
I don't know if you
But-
guys just saw that, but I just dropped the ball.
Yeah. Yeah. Why?
Oh, because WWE AEW had just dropped the ball.
Oh, they dropped the ball. I thought
WWE dropped the ball with 4 horsewomen. That would have been just phenomenal. But anyway, Leo.
Hey,
women's
side
tag
note,
match,
what about Piper? Is it what about
Piper Niven.
yeah, what about Piper Nivens here?
They just keep
no.
dropping the ball on her.
No,
too,
no,
man.
yeah, actually, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Willow, is what I'm trying to say. Just with that deep 2 count by Ruby Soho. If you guys are watching this Dynamite here, this is a hell of a match between the two of them. Since
It
we're
is.
talking about
Willow
women's wrestling and we're
Willow
talking about
Nightingale is so great.
yeah, Willow is she's so over organically, right? And that's what I'm
complete
talking
organic
about.
over.
It's like the women's division is starting to get good in AEW, and
Yeah.
I want to see. I mean, look, obviously Charlotte versus Rhea, that could be the match of the night. You know what I mean? That's one of the ones I'm most excited about. Hell, it's main eventing it.
And
But
we will
anyway,
get to that.
Yeah.
100%. We will get to that. Leo, last word on the women's tag match.
Oh, that's not fair. My knowledge about the women's tag division is less than my knowledge about the men's tag division. And my knowledge about the men's tag division, I have just as much knowledge about the men's
Who you
tag
got?
division. Huh?
Leo said, Rob, I will when something comes up that I know about, I will speak up. Quit asking me questions I don't know the answers to.
Hey, no, that's so nuts.
Leo,
I'm
when you're ready to
attitude era.
participate, just raise your hand. Okay?
Yeah, I got you.
Leo, who do you so Stone Cold's fighting The Rock this weekend? Which one do you think is
Oh my God.
Is it for the Intercontinental Championship? Or the World Championship?
All right, let's go
Corporation Rock? Is it not Corporation Rock? It depends.
See, now we're speaking it, yeah.
let's go ahead and get this, since we've already talked about it, touched on it briefly. Let's go ahead and get this women's SmackDown Women's World Champion match out of the way. We have the Nightmare. Formerly she was the Nightmare. I don't know what the hell they call her now, but it's Rhea Ripley.
Mommy
Rhea Ripley, the executioner or whatever they call her, and the 14-time SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair,
Mrs. Nepotism.
Yeah, Miss Nepotism herself.
14 times in this time period is kind of preposterous.
It's preposterous.
Yeah.
It really is. Leo, that's a great lead in right there. I love
14 times.
I love you stepped in on that one. Perfect.
You haven't had a 20-year career. You're a loser. That's what you've told me. You're a habitual loser.
That is the comment. That's the comment of the podcast. Just Leo dropped. It's like preposterous. I love that fucking word.
It's
Thank
ridiculous.
you so much. Just say 14 times is preposterous.
That's absurd. It's just. So did your dad.
You're right. It is.
He's been here for a few decades. Like, what are we doing here?
When you got more titles than you have been wrestling, than years you've been wrestling, like something's going on.
I agree with that. Like Ric Flair was in the business, what, 40 years?
Yeah, and he got 16.
16. Okay.
And it wasn't even with the same promotion. It was with different promotions.
So like every decade.
Belt. He's got WCW championships in there. You have to count all those up.
John Cena was multiple,
times.
like what, 7 or 8?
You're
and he
a
was
loser.
been around for 20.
You keep losing. This is why you have 14 opportunities.
I mean, R-Truth is like the 46-time 24/7 champion. So
R-Truth is a legend.
He's a national treasure. No, we do not deserve. He's a national treasure. R-Truth is a saint. I'm just saying, like, if we're saying, like, if you're just going to lose it and then win it back every single, like I remember watching Nitro in '99. Like that's pretty much what happened. It's like, titles change every single week. So
I love how Leo has become our Charles Barkley of the podcast. He's just like, this is preposterous. I love it. Oh, I love it so much. Hollywood
really offended my sensibility. I'm sorry.
I love it.
You have offended my sensibility. I love that too. Ryan, please catch these audios as a clip.
Oh, no.
This has got to go on social media.
Buddy, I have loved your edge since the day I met you a couple of years ago after the CrossFit regionals. It's been just phenomenal. It's wonderful.
I appreciate you.
My guy. Hollywood, talk to me about Ripley and Charlotte.
I got Rhea Ripley. Easy. Clean. It's time. It's time. It's time.
It's
time. Is she ready? You guys think she's ready?
Yeah.
She's ready.
It's a big night for the Judgment Day. It's a big night.
What makes her the queen? Because Bianca Belair is still a wrestler.
She's the EST.
She's the EST.
She is the Dom of Dom. She's the Dom. She's Dom's Dom.
This is
the Dominator. That's what they need to call. They need to call the Dominator.
Big night for Judgment Day. Wait and see. Big night.
Hollywood, great stuff. Chef, tell me, Rhea or Charlotte?
I'm gonna go with Charlotte, dude. She hasn't won the championship 14 times for nothing. She has outworked. She has used her nepotism to get every opportunity and then take it. So I'm going with her. And you know what? Rhea could come at her hard, and if she comes at her hard and Charlotte pulls off that win, that's gonna make Charlotte even shine. But
if Charlotte wins, she's 100% full blown heel, and you're not.
Well, Rhea's basically a face right now, anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you're not going to be able to keep
on Sunday.
You're not going to be able to keep Rhea and Dom together. You can't do it.
Yeah.
That's like there's not a lot of rules in pro wrestling, but I don't see them being able to functionally and properly portray their relationship after WrestleMania. I think
Well,
you're going to
you know-
see the two of them probably silently, but I think Rhea's probably going to win, and I
Look,
think that they're gonna go
Justin,
to
like
Edge.
the relationships are complicated, and look, they're together. They're in a very happy relationship.
Oh my God.
And even though for some reason they go to the exact same restaurants as Rey Mysterio and his wife, let them be happy. Why do you have to ruin it? Let Dom and his dominatrix be happy.
I'm not saying that they're going to break up and never see each other again. I just think they're going to open the relationship. It's a lifestyle thing. I think they're going to go poly. I think they're going to go poly.
Okay.
And I think Dom is probably going to start calling one of his friends from jail again and get back with him. And I think everything's going to be fine at the end of the day, but I don't think you're going to see them on television that much anymore together.
They're gonna have to be just like winking friends, like see you next time.
Every once in a while, I worry about you, Justin, and this is one of those moments. Oh my God! Well, we got we talk about Judgment Day. Let's talk about one of the match that I'm probably the most excited about because he's one of my favorite wrestlers ever, and one of my favorite gimmicks ever. We've got Edge, the rated R superstar, coming back as the broody Edge with the fire in the blood.
That is
the floating head Edge, Wizard of Oz head.
Floating head
Wizard
Edge.
of Oz, yes.
What was the name of the Chombi, the genie on Pee-wee's Playhouse? That was just the head.
Licka high, licka hiney ho.
Yeah, Mecha
Licka high, mecca hiney ho.
And we got the Demon King Finn Balor using his fantastic demon gimmick, which has been mostly earmarked as a face character, being used as a heel for the first time since Japan.
You think
So
he's
that
going to
ought
be purple and black instead of red?
I think it is going to be purple and black. You can't do it without. But
it's been what, almost 2 years now?
yeah, the
since we've
last time
seen
we
him?
had was Extreme Rules. The Extreme Rules when he battled Roman, and the ropes broke, and then he got.
Yeah, that was weird. All the red and everything, like yeah.
Yeah. Well, Justin, since you're on topic, who you got, Edge or Balor? Who needs the win more, Edge or Balor?
So this is one that I really, really like. And I think again, the happy smiles in me says that Edge needs to win, that he needs to get his shine. Finn has won, or the Judgment Day has won quite a bit. Now, to Hollywood's point here, he says he thinks it's going to be a big night for the Judgment Day. He could be right. Look, Balor has only ever been beaten as the Demon that one time, and it took the freaking ring being broke and Roman Reigns. So it's not looking good for Edge. However, if Edge comes back and you have Gangrel and you have Christian Cage on his back and it's the Brood, I don't see how you don't put floating head Wizard of Oz Edge over.
I agree.
So,
Hollywood, your rebuttal.
This is Edge's creation. This is his baby. This is his prize. This is his thing. This is his shit. He's been trying to put them over for the last year, and this is where it pays off. This is it. This is the big thing. Edge and Beth, they just won at the last pay-per-view. This is Finn's big moment. Finn hasn't done anything in 2 years, 3 years. This is his big moment.
you know what? When you put it like that, you know what? It's
That's
hard to
very
argue.
convincing.
Finn hasn't had a win in a while, and he kind of does need one. And him bringing out the Demon says something. Although, as far as running canon, if you're talking like, good, bad, evil, and like the whole fantasy side of things, I think it makes more sense for evil Demon to be able to lose than face Demon. I think the energy comes with that. But I forgot about Beth and them winning. It's WrestleMania, so you want the faces to win, right? But yeah, you're right. I mean, this has been it has been a year. It's been like a full year now, right? Since
Real
Edge
quick.
started. Yeah.
Is this the first WrestleMania not under Vince?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first pay-per-view that was taken over was SummerSlam.
Correct.
A Triple H. Although,
Just
you know, there's
saying.
still like, I think Vince is still back there with his mustache, not fooling anyone.
He's
And
Vince McMahon.
yeah, I mean, did you hear about him coming back
Yeah.
with? He literally, like, how much?
Hey, I
Like,
need to
how
talk to
ridiculous-
you.
He literally came backstage with a mustache, like thinking like it's like Shaq putting glasses on and trying to, you know,
Were
like
they filming
doing
an
a Clark
episode of
Kent thing.
were they filming an
Undercover
episode of
billionaire,
Undercover brother?
Yeah,
Undercover
undercover
boss?
billionaire, undercover boss. Yeah, exactly. Like with a mustache, just like it's like, oh, you guys know where catering is? Vince, we know it's you.
Listen, my name's not Vince McMahon. I'm Vince McMahon.
What is it, Leo? Leo, say the tagline. You're insulting my sensibility.
You're insulting my sensibilities.
Vince, you're preposterous. Go take the freaking mustache off. No, like I think, ooh, God, man, I think he's calling the shots. You know, I don't think Brock Lesnar would be. He's at least got something. There's no maybe McMahon's in there and not doing something. I don't think Brock Lesnar would be fighting almost if he wasn't. You know.
Oh, that hurt. Ow. Well, that's a great that's a great segue to our next one. We got Brock Lesnar and Omos in a feature match. The rumor running around is that Brock has been saying goodbye to people backstage at Raw for the last 2 weeks, thinking that he will be finishing up with WWE post WrestleMania. Leo, based
And then
on
what's he gonna do? Be a farmer?
yeah, man, he's gonna go fishing and hunting and having a good time and
Whatever the hell he wants.
hanging out with Sable and not thinking about Bobby Lashley anymore. So, you know,
Bobby who?
He can leave. He can literally license out his name and ride off into the sunset if he chose to. So
sure.
Yeah, he doesn't.
I personally would love to see a Cowboy Brock fishing and hunting show on outdoor TV. I would watch that.
Oh man, green light that.
Yeah.
Just with him like
fat dip in his mouth with a big giant bush light because he said Bud Light because he said Bud in UFC. He said I'm gonna go home and drink a Bush Light instead of a Bud Light.
No, he said a Coors Light.
because they were
Coors Light.
yeah.
He said,
I
because they
remember
won't
that.
pay me.
I watched that.
He said Bud Light might be the sponsor of UFC, but they never paid me nothing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to the hotel room, drink a Coors Light, and bang my wife. It's like,
Yeah.
bro.
He didn't care. Leo, I mean, yeah, Brock Lesnar, Omos. You just want to pick one?
I'm going Brock.
All right.
I mean, I
An
don't see.
opinion, yes.
Well, you got to look at Brock's legacy. Like, think about his WrestleMania wins. The guy that beat Undertaker, the guy that broke this. Yeah, hold on. The guy that broke the streak.
Yeah.
Is going to lose to Omos?
God no.
Right. It's as simple as that to me.
There's a Hollywood. Do you agree?
I agree. When the last time Brock won a match?
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a couple years.
Lost to Roman Reigns twice. Justin.
I don't like the fact that they're making almost look so dominant against Brock when Braun literally power slammed him and took him out a couple months ago.
Right.
A couple months ago, Braun power slammed almost once and took him out 1, 2, 3 clean in the ring. And he's throwing Brock around like a rag doll, but Brock obliterated Braun Strowman last of the time they were together. I just don't like the lack of continuity against that. So I think for that fact alone, Brock has to win.
Yeah.
But I just don't know what they're doing with almost like, I get it. He's a big guy, but like, I don't know. I mean, I think that he could be good, but they've booked him like, I don't know. I don't know. They haven't done anything right with him that I can see. I haven't really liked any of his matches. He's not good on the mic. He's like kind of with MVP, but not with MVP. But like, I mean, he's not, I don't know, not super excited about it.
Chef.
I'm breaking with the times. I'm gonna say Omos. Like, I'm waiting for him to, put his hand around Brock's neck and just like wring him dead like a goose. And because let me ask you this: when was the last time you saw Omos won?
When's the
At a
last time you
paper-
saw someone strangled to death on pay-per-view? You know, I mean,
Well, I saw Brock nearly kill Frank Mir at UFC 100. There was
That
that.
was
There's near a murder.
yeah.
same thing with Randy Orton, actually, with the head, the busting him open. That was pretty nasty.
But no, when was the last time Omos won a match on a pay-per-view?
Or period.
Like,
that
When was the
wasn't
last
squash.
time? When was the last time Omos was on a pay-per-view?
and well, I remember he lost
Braun.
to Braun, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And so no, like I want, if Brock's going, then go, dude. Go do your thing. Brock Lesnar is like the Superman, and you guys know how I feel about Superman. He's overpowered. He can't be hurt. Actually, no, Brock Lesnar is better than Superman because Brock Lesnar did the training. He worked out. He got the muscles himself. He grew the beard, and so it
And the ponytail.
and the ponytail, yeah, and the ponytail. And so no, I think almost should win. But if Brock's gonna leave, then put the new guy over.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping the new guy can be, better than the great Khali, who was like, oh, I'm a big guy too, but he's so big and stiff, like you can't do anything.
The great Khali could move a little bit when he was younger, though, right?
He was the kickboxing champion.
Yeah.
But I see big guys and tall guys like Hollywood over here who can hoist 300-400 pounds over his head and do a squat snatch. And I'm like, well, dude, why can't I see this stuff going on?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know, man. It's how tall are you? How big are you, Hollywood?
Some might say I'm 6'6". Some might say
6'6".
6'7".
How much do you weigh, though?
What would the doctor say?
What would your
Jesus.
wrestling billing height be? What, 7'4"?
6'8", 275. That'll be my wrestling size. Coming to the ring. Yes, sir.
I have coached this man in person and can confirm he is a large human.
What's your shoot weight, though? Your body weight?
Right now I'm 267.
Okay, yeah. So like,
I'm really happy.
You're pretty lean, and I think that's the difference. Is like you got to remember, like somebody like Drew McIntyre is closer to like 6'5", 6'6", right?
Yeah.
And he's in the 270s, 280s range, and somebody like that is it's the weight. It's not necessarily the height. You see all these basketball players that are super agile, right? But when you get 300-400 pounds, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's muscle or fat, man. It's hard to move around like that. It's very rare to find somebody that's as agile as like a Paul White or something like that,
Heard.
Yeah.
Well, either way,
Paul White didn't get nearly enough credit for his agility.
True.
They wouldn't let him. They didn't want him to do all that. He could do the moonsaults and the
Paul White could do a
hurricanranas and all that.
moonsault?
Yeah, when he was in
Absolutely.
WCW, when he first started, he was doing flips off the top rope, and they told him not to. They said, "Don't do that shit. You're a big man." Kevin Nash told him. He said, "Don't do that shit. You're a big man. Move around."
Yeah,
Move
if I
as little
was
as you have
Kevin
to."
Nash, it would terrify me too. This guy's
Yeah.
barely.
450-pound man falling at you from an angle. Yeah, no thanks.
Imagine watching a motorcycle doing a backflip. That's what he
Nobody told Gunther to stop.
Yeah.
Well, guys, Hollywood, another wonderful
Come on,
segue
man.
here. Another wonderful segue here. We got a triple threat for the Intercontinental Championship between the Buddies and the General. We have Drew McIntyre
Ex-buddies.
representing Scotland, Sheamus representing Ireland, and the Ring General representing Austria in the former Volta Gunta. This, to me, is going to be one of the matches of the night because you've got so many variables going on here. You've got Gunther, who's been a dominant champion for almost a year. You have Drew McIntyre, who the chosen one, who he won his first championship in WWE, was the Intercontinental Championship. And then you got Sheamus, who is one title away from the Grand Slam, and he needs this Intercontinental title to fulfill his legacy as Royal Rumble winner, WWE champion, world champion, US champion, tag champion. He needs this Intercontinental belt to get them all. Let's start with Justin. Justin,
Does he have a Royal Rumble win?
in the battle of the big men, who takes home
Yes.
the workhorse
Ryan.
championship?
Ryan, with the Royal Rumble, because we talked about that last time. But as he won the Royal Rumble, Chris Jericho.
Right. Yeah.
Who wins the
Yeah.
Warcraft Championship?
I am so excited and so pleased with how they're booking this, specifically Gunther and the way that he is being portrayed in this. He's being portrayed as this shoot badass, middle of the road, like he's technically a bad guy, but he's just heartless, and he's not being a crybaby about it, but he's stating the facts that, like, how can you do this to me? Like, he's not doing it Chelsea Green style, where she's like, I want to talk to the manager, and I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm so scared. He's saying, I'm gonna beat their asses, but this is not okay. But I'm still gonna win because I'm a badass. But it is not okay what you're doing to me in my title. And it's hard for me to want this guy to lose, honestly. You know, I think he's had it for a long time, and I think it would be great for Sheamus to win. I don't think Drew needs it. But it's hard for me to want Gunther to lose, honestly, with this. He's the newer guy, beating both Drew or beating the odds against, both of these guys at once. And after his showing in the Royal Rumble, like, which he did not win, Ryan, I think it's just all the more juice that he needs to just go to that next level.
I agree with you.
He's
I
gonna have to
100% agree with you.
He's gonna have to lose a title at some point, but I think he should only lose a title to then immediately go into the main title picture.
That's a great point. That's a great point, and something that I was wanting to make. But
he should lose the title to Logan Paul. Mr. Austria versus Mr. America.
Chef, who you got in the match?
I mean, dude, Justin just made the case, man. I'm going with Gunther. He is. I like the Imperium as a collective, like, is just so. It's like the Empire in Star Wars. Like, that's the vibe I get off them, and I love it. He's basically Darth Vader. So yeah, Han and Chewie, who are Sheamus and McIntyre going down.
Yeah. Hollywood.
So I got Sheamus winning. This is going to be his big moment. He's going to get the title, get the Grand Slam.
Thank you.
Everything's going to happen. And Gunther is going to he's going to go after the world champ, who we'll talk about later on. But I think he had a good run. Sheamus helped build him up since SummerSlam or Clash at the Castle?
Clash at the Castle.
Yeah, Sheamus has been with him this whole time. It's going to pay everybody off. I think this is it.
I agree. It is time for Gunther to move into the main event.
Yeah.
The Intercontinental title is the secondary championship. It has been treated as the number one contender's title in the past. But this has got to be Sheamus's WrestleMania moment. We love WrestleMania moments. Sheamus becoming the Grand Slam champion in this moment trumps all the things. I love what Justin said. I agree with that, but for me, for you, it's got to be Sheamus's time to rise and let Gunther come up to the next level. If not, then Braun Breaker's got to be the guy to beat Gunther. But anyway, we'll pass it over to Ace and we'll keep moving. Liam?
Me, that's me. That would be
Yes.
me. I sat there. I'm like, who's Ace? I'm looking around. I'm like, oh, I'm that guy. That would be me. I'm gonna go with Gunther, but
Cool.
Really, my mind goes to, like, how does he enter that picture? Like, how does anyone really enter the heavyweight contendership picture with Roman Reigns at the helm? Like, how do you even get close to that at this point? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get into that later, and I can see a way of it happening and Rob, and I don't know if we want to bring this into, if you're going to the next piece, but I want to say one more point before we go in. And since Leo's, because I know you're not super up on all this, I think the feel good moment, Rob, is Sheamus winning.
Great.
And you're right. I'm in no way saying that Gunther isn't. I'm in no way saying that he's not ready to be in that picture. I just feel like this would give him more shine. However, I will say that if Gunther loses, that is the strongest way for him to continue to still look strong. And I'm not trying to backtrack, but like the more I'm thinking about it here, it is a way for him to continue to look strong and literally show up Monday at Raw after Cody's won and start a program with him. And who would not love to see the American Nightmare versus Gunther?
Exactly.
Old
Especially
school
the last two
wrestling
guys in the
at its
Rumble.
best.
And
Yeah,
that
last two
Hello.
guys
that
in the
is-
Rumble. What a story.
Hello.
You
Old
think
school
wait,
wrestling at its best. That's Hogan versus the Sheik. You know what I
That's
mean?
how you-
Like
Hello.
that's how you
that's
tie
Cena
the bow.
versus Rusev. Like
That is tying the bow on this whole thing and this whole thing. That's how you tie that bow.
you
Once we
can't.
get
That doesn't tie the bow because
we'll talk.
because you get because you have to understand if all right, let's say Cody wins, you think he doesn't get a rematch? Like you think Roman? You just
Roman's
just lets
going
it go.
away. So
Roman's
Roman's
not-
Leo, you may not have heard this, but Roman's going away after for a while, regardless if he wins or loses. They haven't denoted it which one it's going to be yet, obviously, but
Right.
multiple reports, including Meltzer, has said that Roman is taking an extended vacation, which he deserves
Okay.
after Mania. So
Yeah, but you
Okay.
think when he comes back, he's not going to be like, well, hey, I've got a rematch clause that.
Right.
well, he absolutely will, but that doesn't mean that you can't have a program within the next couple months with Gunther and Cody leading up to the next premium live event. You know what I mean?
So that is definitely something that I think we should continue to explore. But fellas, let's take a deep breath real quick, real deep breath. We have 3 more matches to go, and I've kind of tried to box it in this way on purpose. The 3 longest reigning champions currently in WWE are Bianca Belair at almost 370 days. It's been a year. It's been almost a year since she won from Sasha. And the Usos with the tag belts and with Roman. So real quick, because we've got those, and we're gonna do just speedball. We'll speedball, stand and deliver at the end.
Mike Bailey.
Let's do speedball Mike Bailey. Bianca and Asuka. Evil Asuka Kana is back with her evil clown gimmick, spitting blue mist, and I love it. I honest to God, I love Bianca Belair, but I think it's time for a new champion. Asuka takes it. Who else? Who's got it? Justin.
You think Asuka's going to beat Bianca?
Ryan looked like he had something important he wanted to say. Go.
I think Asuka gets it. I'm purely biased because I have such a crush on her, and with the the face paint and everything, I've always been an Asuka fan, and I think I love strong women. Like my girlfriend is a strong woman, and Bianca Belair has earned every victory that she has had. But you got to spice things up. Let's create a little back and forth. Asuka takes it.
Justin.
I think Rob, you just want her to win because of her new face paint or / old face paint.
I love classic. I love classic Kana. I love old school.
I don't see there being enough of a build and a force behind Asuka yet to give her the title from Bianca. I don't see Bianca winning. I think that it's going to be a phenomenal match, and that's one. It's not one that I'm not interested in. It's one that I don't care. Whoever wins, I'm happy with. Right?
Right.
It's like I just hope they have fun. You know what I mean? There's whoever wins, I don't care, but I do care about the match. I think it's going to be a phenomenal match.
Hell yeah, Leo.
I'm going. I don't know how long Oscar's been away. I don't. I'm going Bianca Belair. I'm going Bianca Belair. She's saying hi to you, Steve. She misses.
Yeah.
She's been losing her mind. She said, "Uncle." She's been losing her shit since she's seen my my language.
I love it.
Hey.
Hollywood, who we got?
Well, I don't know. Because, well, I'm going Bianca.
All right.
Bianca. There's no reason to take the belt off Bianca.
Suppose not.
Oscar's good, but it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Heard that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we won't take too much time on this one because the last two matches that we're going to talk about are the big ones that we really need to spend a little bit of time on. But we are at almost an hour and a half, so we'll try to get through these as quick as we can because I know everybody needs to go to bed. Usos versus Sami and KO. This match has been a year in the making since Sami quote unquote joined the bloodline last April, right after WrestleMania and his dismal loss to Johnny Knoxville. Sami's been looking for a way to, fit back into the puzzle. He got super over with the in crowd, with the cool kids, with the bloodline, and he's been at odds with KO. And now KO and Sami, they've been fighting forever. They've been friends forever. They're back in the saddle, and now we're looking at the longest reigning tag team champions versus the two fan favorites. Chef, who takes the tag titles? And why is it Sami and KO?
I think it'll be the Usos because I think Sami will finally turn fully bloodline and destroy KO.
God, that would be such a dirty thing, and I love
That
it.
would be crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to see Sami and KO destroy them. But here's my prediction. And this is straight off, the hair on my ass. Sami betrays KO to officially be in the bloodline. And then Roman destroys Cody.
Oh wow. Okay.
Because they're a unit still.
Okay.
And then and Roman goes away, and Sami becomes the head of the table of the bloodline.
Oh dear. Okay. That's incredibly
terrifying.
Creative. That's creative. That's terrifying, and I love it. Leo, tag belts. Who takes them home?
I'm going with Ryan. I think that Usos retain.
All right.
I think that's the plot twist we're not expecting. I could see Sami going full bloodline, but then Usos retaining would make Roman retaining make more sense.
I would agree.
Both of them retaining would make a lot more sense, and that could be fun. You could have fun straight into Survivor Series. I'm not even being funny. You can take it that far.
Damn. Hollywood.
I agree with Leo that both of them have to have the same outcome.
Yeah.
If the Usos lose, Roman has to lose. If the Usos win, Roman has to win. Completely on board there.
That is something that I have not thought of until now. You guys are blowing my mind, and I'm here for it. Justin, any thoughts? Anything you got here, bud?
Who are these guys? I haven't been following these last two storylines that much.
Justin.
To really be able to comment on it. I don't really have a dog in the fight.
Will you mute his mic and turn off his screen, please? Fuck that guy.
Boy, you guys are talking about some straight Empire Strikes Back shit, aren't you, man? Like,
yes.
Luke loses his fucking hand and everything. I mean, goodness gracious. I just realized there's a baby on the podcast. Sorry.
Yeah, me too. Sorry.
He's got his earpiece on.
Oh, he's got his earpiece on.
Uncle Justin said truck. She said truck.
Yeah, I got my
man, I don't know. You just kind of caught me off guard with all that, man. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility if Triple H is there. He definitely likes swerves, and I could see it happening. I think, I mean, that's not really what I want to happen. I want the Disney ending. You know what I mean? But for this one, And you know, that's not always the case. I think that I don't know. I'm speechless after that. Both you guys, Ryan. I've got a little bit of
then what if Roman he leaves and gifts Sammy the titles? You finally earn these, and then it's Cody versus Sammy.
God,
yeah,
that would be nuts. Oh man.
Yeah, Cody versus Sammy would be great. Cody versus Sammy would be great. And if they're trying to get the shine off of Sammy, for sure, that would do it. He would have to do some dastardly stuff, but you know, that would definitely work. But no, I mean, I think the safe bet or the realistic bet is, you know, is Sammy and Kevin going over. I just think kind of like Hollywood was saying, in the sense, but in a different way. Like, I think you can ride that money train for the next year and a half, and then have them have this huge breakup, and then ride it for another damn year of them going at each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, there's just too much money you're leaving on the table if you don't go that route, in my opinion. Just for a quick, you know, whatever. Because the bloodline, I feel like if the bloodline continues the way that it is after WrestleMania, I think it loses a little steam. I think it's time for them to end.
Yeah. As good as TV has been for the last 6.5 months, I just do not give, and I hate to say it, I just don't give WWE creative enough credit to go that far beyond WrestleMania with this storyline. I think KO and Sammy is a feel-good moment. I love the sinister angle. It's so real, it's so raw, it's so different, it's fresh, and it's something that Paul Heyman would do. But man, I just feel like there's so many different stories you've got to go with now, with Cody being back in the fold and Roman needing a break. 1,000 days as champion, my God, what an accomplishment. It would be amazing to see that happen. But, you know, something's got to happen. Somebody's got to lose. If Roman retains, the Usos have got to lose the titles, because you've got to have some kind of inner struggle here for this story to continue. If they all lose, they all lose, and then the story continues in that way. But if one loses and one doesn't, or if Roman loses and the Usos don't, it kills the story. If Roman goes away, it kills the story. So you've got to put a hard stop on this somewhere. Give the tribal chief a break. He desperately needs it. The guy's been killing it for 2 years, 2+ years. Give him a break. Let him have his flowers for a minute. Let him recharge and let him come back bigger and better. Because now we've got this main event, which we've got to talk about, Cody and Roman. You don't make t-shirts that say "Finish the Story" with Cody Rhodes standing behind an American flag with Pharaoh sitting at his feet if you're not going to give this man the goddamn titles. Then you just don't do it. It's a slap in the face to the fans that are going to buy that shirt. It's going to last for 30 seconds. No, you can't do it. And you got Gunther. If you lose the Intercontinental title, he's got to be the next in line to avenge his loss of the Royal Rumble, like Steven said. Cody Rhodes takes the titles. The Usos lose the belts to Sami and KO. All is right in the world. Chef, take it away.
I think you already made my point, Rob. I want Roman to win, and I want Sami to screw over KO, and then give him the belts after 1,000 day plus one. Here you go. You know, just take care of these in my absence.
Yeah, incredible story. I love
it. That would, I mean, talk about, like, I got goosebumps, like shit. Like, I made that shit up right when I said it, and then now I'm like, oh shit, now it's really good.
Leo's laughing. Leo's laughing.
Right? It was good. I like it. I like it a lot.
I do too.
I'm going to go with it. I like it a lot. I'm a big fan of it, actually. The longer I think about it, I mean, that makes sense. And I've never seen anything like that. That's the closest to putting a bow on it that you can get without ending the storyline flat out.
The fans would be irate. Good
Good.
Lord.
They should be.
That's perfect.
Justin.
That brings them back on Monday.
Justin.
You're not ready for this.
Hey, this is not Disney. They're not owned by Disney. We don't have to have everything a storybook ending.
No, hold on. You're not ready for this. So Roman and Cody go at it. It goes back and forth. The Usos are beat up from their tag team titles from the night before, right? And so they can't be at ringside. Solo Sikoa comes out to help. Cody's getting his shine on, and all of a sudden Paul Heyman comes out or with Solo Sikoa and interferes, and all of a sudden Solo Sikoa is having a little bit of a, whatever. Roman Reigns starts smashing his head in, this and that or whatever. And Solo Sikoa looks like he's about to do something. Paul Heyman takes his arm back and said, no, don't do it. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Paul Heyman ends up being the one that turns everybody on everyone. And the whole time that he was the one that was in on Sami, he was the one that was in on Jay, and he was the one that actually ended up destroying the bloodline. Cody wins, and then over bloodied Roman Reigns, you hear doom, 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 and Brock Lesnar comes out, and it's the Advocate all over once again. Paul Heyman has been conspiring to bring down the tribal chief this whole time, and he's back with Brock Lesnar.
That would be bananas. I love it. So many good things. Hollywood, last word.
Okay, here we go. I got Cody winning, right? But I got, similar to what he said, I got Jay and them interfering in the match, of course. And then Roman's gonna do the thing where he mushes Jay. He mushes him, and that's when it breaks. I think they all jump him. I think they all jump Roman. And then Cody cleans it up, wins the title.
Okay.
I think that's the bloodline has to disintegrate, and you have to make Roman look at his absolute lowest, and then he goes away for a while after that.
I think it's gonna happen it might happen at the end of the match. I think okay. It's gonna be one of those ones after the match where the pay-per-view goes extended, it goes super long, it's drawn out, because this is the big payoff. So that part will happen, and that would be the end of the bloodline. Roman,
you need to let Cody win clean. Like, it doesn't need to be interference. If he's going to win, it needs to be definitive. It needs to be with 3 or 4 crossroads, at the end or whatever, just to finally put him out. But afterwards, afterwards is when all this come up, and you get that sinister look from Paul. And the whole time, you thought Jay was going to do it. You thought Sami was going to be the one, and this and that, and it was really just Paul Heyman the whole time. I was just being stupid about Brock, but honestly, how hilarious would that be after he turned on Brock to Roman to start, this whole situation?
Love it. Wild. Well, guys, we are on the road to WrestleMania. We are officially at WrestleMania. As Justin said, we are going to turn left at SoFi Stadium in just about 4 days.
Your destination is on the left.
It's going to be really, really amazing. Do we want to do an NXT Stand and Deliver lightning round where everybody just gives an answer with no explanation? We just and call it a night?
I don't know enough about it. Me and Leo are like,
all right.
Listen.
All right.
You think I don't know something about the men's division?
Fair enough. Well, we'll leave it alone. It is WrestleMania week. Ring of Honor has a great show. Impact's got a great show tomorrow night. We'll cover all this stuff next week. Follow us.
Adam Cole had his return match just now, if you're tuning in, and they had streamers, and it was beautiful. And he hugged Britt Baker, and they are full-fledged faces.
That's right.
Really?
Do not forget to check us out on Instagram at Better Than Broadway. We are on Spotify. We are on Apple Podcasts. We are on Amazon Podcasts. And we are coming to you live next week with our post WrestleMania wrap up. It's going to be a hell of a week. Thank you to our guests, Leo and Hollywood. For Justin, the chef, I am Coach Rob. Happy
Thank you.
wrestling, everybody. WrestleMania!
Mecca like a high, mecca hiney ho.
Peace.
Night, boys.